Shambles, I think, would be the word. I think this government has proved itself time and time and time again just to be completely incompetent. And I think it's very difficult once you've got that whiff of incompetence about you. It's very difficult to claw that back. I don't think it's really the flex that Rachel Reeves or Keir Starmer think it is to keep mentioning Liz Truss, because what that just brings to my mind is you actually might be worse than Liz Truss. You know, we didn't think we are going to have a worse prime minister come along for a long time after Liz Truss, and here we are, someone who's rivaling Liz Truss for shambles after shambles after shambles. And today again we see an absolute shambolic Labour performance where whatever is said in the budget, the lead up, you know, if you're watching on television, the lead up for the half hour, 45 minutes before the budget was leak. You know, if you're watching BBC Two Politics Today, you know, the comedy of the three people on the sofa saying, well, we're going to give the budget speech ourselves now. And they were just leafing through the OBR reports saying, here's another announcement, here's another. I mean, it was just embarrassing. It was quite funny to watch. There's a couple of things that really should be highlighted in terms of positives for Northern Ireland. And that's the end of the two-child cap and a declaring interest. That's something I've campaigned on in my working life for that to be brought to an end. And it'll help over 50,000 families and kids in Northern Ireland. And also then I think the raising of the online gambling tax to 40%, which I think is a massive victory for Gordon Brown, because he's campaigned to pay for the two-child limit, raise taxation and gambling. My views on gambling you can read on Slugger O'Toole last week, and the need for gambling reform in Northern Ireland.
You're welcome, mate, by the way.
No problem, David. Thank you. People think we don't like each other. You know, we get on okay. But so I think, you know, for Gordon Brown, that raising the level of gambling tax to pay for the two-child limit, 3 billion or thereabouts is going to come in from gambling tax. 3 billion or thereabouts is what the two-child limit costs. So another chancellor from the Labour Party from 20 years ago, and his shadow is even hanging over this speech. I think it was a really good intervention by him in the summer, and I think we're seeing it come to pass, and it will help people in Northern Ireland.